What's good, people? It is Tony the Savant. And before we get started, please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. As well, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. As I drop content daily, go live daily, stay very busy on the platform. And last but not least, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, as I'm always intrigued to hear what you all have to say about these topics. Ladies and gentlemen, uh, kudos to Terence Bud Crawford, man. In my opinion, the undisputed best boxer on the planet. As Terence Crawford has recently, I used to have my criticisms of him, but recently, man, he has been on the tear, knocking off all of his rivals and going after the big fish. Going after the big fights, calling out the likes of a Canelo Alvarez, and just navigating his career how I've been wanting him to navigate his career for a mighty long time now. But uh, Terence Crawford addressed some recent comments made by one Teofimo Lopez, uh, where Teo said that, Teo was asked if who would he like to fight, Terence Bud Crawford or Tank Davis. And Teo responded by saying whichever monkey wanted the banana. I think that these comments have went fairly viral. If you're in the boxing community, you definitely heard it. Whether you address it or not. Some of these dudes, they're very wishy washy, or may I say, very picky on what they decide to be outraged about. But Teo definitely said that, and we have not heard any commentary, or at least I've not heard any commentary yet from Tank Davis about this situation. But Terence Bud Crawford, he addressed it, and I think he did it in a very, one could say gangster, but also with some class as well, as he didn't respond to Teofimo Lopez with his own set of insults. He definitely could, as there is enough. There's enough that you can tease and talk crazy about when it comes to Teofimo Lopez, considering how his career has played out. For sure, Terence Crawford, if he so decided to, could have easily went below the belt and had his own share of perhaps racial comments, if not something crazier, But he did it in a gangster way, and it really reminded me that, Terence Crawford is older, than Teofimo Lopez. Therefore, he's a little bit more mature. I mean, that's not always the case. Age ain't nothing but a number when it comes to some of these fools. But Terrence is definitely displaying some wisdom and some growth, as he addressed the situation just by saying that, you know, uh, Teofimo Lopez's dad has garnished a reputation for saying some racist stuff, and so Terrence just feels like, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Which I agree. Which I'm not quoting him verbatim. He said that Teofimo Lopez learned this stuff as a kid, and that he's really just showing how he was raised. As we have all heard Teofimo Lopez Sr. say some crazy stuff, so much so that Teofimo Lopez Sr. Was caught in a gym one time by, I believe it was Keyshawn Davis, a black fighter, and was confronted about some comments I believe he made about Keyshawn, or if he was just saying some general stuff. But nonetheless, Keyshawn, was it the Keyshawn Davis? I think his name is Keyshawn. Yeah, Keyshawn Johnson. I was thinking of Keyshawn Johnson, but that's the football player turned sports commentator, or sports, whatever you call Keyshawn Johnson, man. He worked with LeBron, so he a cap artist. But Keyshawn Davis caught Teofimo Sr. slacking and lacking, and ended up beating him up. Teofimo to this day has not addressed that situation, or if he did, my bad. I don't know if he has addressed it, but he's definitely done nothing about it. He has not fought Keyshawn Davis. I don't believe he's called him out or nothing like that. But Terence Bud Crawford just addressed Teofimo Jr.'s comments, by saying that Teofimo Jr. That's what he learned from his dad, and he just need attention. And I 100% agree with Bud in that regard. Teofimo Jr. needs attention. His boxing career leaves much to be desired. As talented as I think that Teofimo Lopez, talented as I think he has had a very underwhelming career. One, by not really fighting anybody that's worth fighting. I mean, he's had a few fights, but the few fights that he's had, he's not looked good in. There's been some controversies pertaining to Teofimo Lopez Jr. as well. Some people believe that a few of his fights, just kind of went in his favor because of his name recognition. I agree. I believe the kid name was Jermaine Ortiz. I know his last name was Ortiz for sure, but that dude beat Teofimo. He beat Teofimo, and then the judges end up giving Teofimo the decision through the scorecard. So very nasty work in that regard. A lot of people I don't know if he actually lost to Sandor Martin or if there was another robbery, but boxing opinion. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all, I don't follow Teofimo Lopez like that. Once upon a time before George Kambosos beat him up, I kind of kept up with him, but, I just I don't really like the dude. I'm gonna be honest, and it's nothing personal. It's just how he moves as an athlete. I don't like it. Um, but there's a lot of controversy surrounding Teofimo, and that's the one way he keeps himself relevant. By talking crazy outside of the ring, because inside of the ring, again, there's much to be desired. And Terence Crawford addressed that head on, and I couldn't agree with him more, because Teofimo Lopez, to me, has put himself in a position where we can earnestly call him a clown. It's like, bro, you won't fight nobody. Here we are right now, and at this point in time of the recording of this video, Devin Haney and his dad, Bill Haney, has called out Teofimo Lopez. They've done this multiple times, mind you. Bill Haney and Devin Haney have called out Teofimo and his dad plenty of times to set up a boxing match, and Teofimo just finds a way to finesse through that maze and get out of it. And then he ends up having a 12-round a 12 round brawl with some journeyman, some 40-year-old journeyman named Steve Cleggett. It's like, bro, who raised this dude, man? Seriously, because Teofimo is different, man. And again, I think he's a talented boxer. He's definitely showcased some skills in the realm, but as far as his boxing IQ, I don't think it's all there. As far as his preparation, I don't think it's all there. And it always shows in the ring, what these dudes are about. Terence Bud Crawford is a boxer's boxer. He lives a, quote, boxer's lifestyle. If you don't know what that is, Terence Crawford is straight edge, all about his training, all about improving his craft at all times of the day, which is what I very much so resonate with Terence Bud Crawford. I feel like I'm the same kind of way when it comes to approaching my work. And so, like I said, I think Bud addressed the situation just perfectly. He did let people know that Teofimo is a clown. If y'all don't know, there was a viral clip where a lot of people thought that Bud Crawford slapped Teofimo. I don't think that was the case. He didn't say that while he was doing his interview, but he did make a mention of that moment and how it all unfolded. He had ended up seeing Teofimo Lopez. I forget at who fight it was. It might have been the Canelo fight. He ended up seeing Teofimo Sr. and Teofimo Jr. at that fight. And everybody thought that Bud slapped Teofimo Lopez. That wasn't the case. He kind of had a back and forth with Teofimo and his dad, and ended up telling his dad that his dad did something like end up, kind of nudging Terence Bud Crawford or something like that, and I'm pushing him inadvertently. And Bud let him know, like, if you do that again, I'm gonna beat you up. And there was a bit of back and forth, but Bud said in that exchange, Teofimo was very quiet. He didn't want any smoke, and not even to the point where he would defend his dad. I didn't understand that, considering how allegedly close they are. Because I know if it was my pops, we're going to have to talk about it. I have to see about you right there on the spot. But according to Bud, Teofimo Lopez Jr. did nothing. And he said that he's only calling out, Bud said that Teo only calls out boxers with a name to build up his name. He only starts talking that crap when he's looking for a fight, or looking for a payday. So man, Bud aired him out, like I say, in a very classy way, but also in a very G way. So I can't do nothing but respect it. And we'll see what happens. We'll see how we move forward from this point. Because I'm interested to see which way Teofimo Lopez's career goes. I'm interested to see what Bud Crawford has planned. I've gotten wind of a few things, but nothing permanent as of yet. And just move the game of boxing forward, man. That's what we need. It's about that time. And of course, we don't get nowhere with these comments that was made by Teofimo, but I gotta say, shout out to Bud Crawford for at least, at the minimum, addressing this situation and letting people know where he stood, as we have still not heard anything from Tank Davis, and I believe, well, Ryan Garcia went on a racist rant not too long ago, and Javante Davis has said nothing. In fact, Javante Davis is out here defending Ryan Garcia. I know that's hard to believe, but that's exactly what's happening, and it is what it is, man. A lot of these boxers are clowns. I had to get away from boxing for a couple years because just overwhelmingly divas are running the game, and it's obvious. And there's a lot of casual boxing fans that's always running around the internet harassing real boxing fans. So it's just like, bro, y'all got it, y'all got it. But I love the game too much, and so we just gonna keep our foot and our pressure on these clowns. And that's all I got for y'all on this one. Please like the video on your way out. Share the video. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel as well if you haven't already. Please subscribe to the channel as I drop content daily, go live daily. Stay very busy on the platform. And last but not least, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. I'm always interested to know what y'all got to say about these topics. I am Tony the Savant. Peace.